by 6x6, modelled on a Baja. I'll give you a little demo with it. It's got I haven't played with it for too long. Can't even remember the settings on it. The lights are just in case you lose it at night time. It's got a camera in the front, which is infrared, and the headlights they come on at night time. I don't know if you see them glowing there, but if it gets dark they come on automatically. I'm going to change those over, and I'll put normal lights and a decent camera on it. It's supposed to have a thing in the back there to hold that thing from flapping. Now this is my repeater station. It receives the 5.8 gig signal and sends a UHF signal out. And if we go in here, there's what we see on this one. Hopefully no one decides to come down our driveway. Zoom that in a bit. I can't see what the camera's pointing to, it's a little bit dark. Switch it off and show you what it can do. Hang on a sec. Always turn this one off first. That's turn the power off that one. That's the on and off switch. That's a charging port. I can put 240 or 12 or 240 in there. That's the 5.8 gig FPV. And that's the UHF aerial. I'm going to swap this camera out, and I'm going to put I've got a Runcam Eagle that I'm going to put in there, and I'm going to put it up on the top so that the camera can actually turn around so you can park it and see. I did have a little slug pistol sitting in here, and that was the power to the laser sights, and this was a door actuator, car door actuator, and that pulled the trigger, and the laser went out through there and the pellet went out through there, and it was very, very accurate. In the electronics we have the ECS or whatever it is, the receiver for the UHF. Across ground, I'm pretty sure that will give me about a kilometre or so across the ground, as long as a reasonable line of sight. That one there was power supply for the 4.5 volts for the laser sights, and for each one of these extra channels there's a little relay. I haven't got glasses. I think they can do switch a couple of amps. I'm not quite sure, I can't remember. There's another one there. This is all 24 volts, so that's a 12 volt step down for the car door actuator to pull the trigger of the gun. This one here is not hooked up, but it's supposed to be a variable power supply, 12 or 24 volt to charge the batteries. At the moment it's just 24 volts only charging the batteries, but I'll change that over. So we've got two 300 watt motors, and driven by not Chinesium chains, but we've put Japanese chains on here because there's so much torque with these two motors, because this thing here is probably 50 kgs, and there's enough torque that when you bang it into spin it into a circle, that the floor was bowing, the torque was bowing the floor down, and all the chains would get loose. So I don't know if you can see it in here, but in the bottom I've got another big piece of steel all the way across the bottom to stop the floor from bowing, so all these mounts will stay nice and steady. So it's got one reduction there, and it's got a second reduction there, and then it's straight across onto the wheels. We've got I think they're, what's those ones, 7 amps. So they've got two banks of 7, so there's 14 amps at 24 volts. All these here I had to grub screw all the sprockets on, and even after I grub screwed them I still had to bore them into the axle a little bit and then Loctite them, because they were just spinning them. So next one I build, I'll put a lot of keyways in. I didn't realise this was going to be so much torque on this thing. Yeah. So it works very, very well. I'm just starting off a new project, and it's going to be a KV-1 Russian tank. The KV-1 Russian tank is going to be powered by a 12.5 horsepower electric start Briggs & Stratton motor. So I hope you have a good insight into that one. I've been meaning to put it up onto the net for ages, but I think the actual, if you put all the parts together on this thing, it's over $1,000 worth of parts and stuff to build this one. With the relay, relays just because you cannot get the 2.4 gig across the ground.